Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm just going to get straight on into the video, and we're going to be starting off using this Nye Liquid Latex, and it's quite hard for me to actually explain what I'm doing here, but basically I'm putting a thin layer of liquid latex down, and then over the top of that I'm sticking down some toilet roll on top, and then I'm resealing it back in with the liquid latex, as you can see, so it's all nice and stuck down to my skin. And as you would have seen from the thumbnail, I'm trying to make this look like my skin has been sort of ripped off and is coming away from around my eyes. So I'm trying to make this look as seamless as possible at the top, and then at the bottom I'm kind of leaving it quite thick and a little bit rough and messy, because in a second we're going to be pulling it away from my skin anyway to make it look like my skin has been sort of ripped off. And I'm not going to show you everything that I do here, but basically in a second you can see that I go round in kind of like a jagged circle around my eyes. This bit does take a little bit of time, but once it's done it's quite quick from this point. So now I'm just going over with some foundation. This is the exact foundation that I used for the rest of my makeup. This is the Maybeillene Superstay 24 Hour. I'm just going over with a beauty blender and really making sure that you can't see any of that white tissue poking through, and then I'm just going to powder that with my Charlotte Tilbury powder. You want to use quite a full coverage foundation for this so that it's not too sheer and you can't see any white paper or latex poking through. Right now, as you can see, I'm just going around the edges of that latex and I'm kind of just lifting it away from my skin, just being careful that obviously I don't peel the whole thing off. I'm just literally trying to lift half of the latex that we put on the skin earlier. And I will say I did get this a little bit stuck in my hairline, so just be careful that you don't take it too close to your hairline, because some of my baby hairs did get ripped out in the process of filming this video. So yeah, that was very painful. And what I did is actually took the scissors and just kind of cut it a little bit so we didn't have too much excess latex hanging off the edge, otherwise I think this just looked a little bit too fake. And yeah, as you can see, I'm obviously just cutting it quite jagged as well, so it does look like it's been ripped, and not cutting it too neatly so that it looks like it's actually been cut by the scissors. Right, so now that bit is all complete, I actually just went in with some more liquid latex on the rest of my face, and I just basically stuck over a few bits of cotton wool over the top of this, because I wanted the skin to look like it had a little bit more texture where it's been ripped off, so that when I went over with the fake blood it didn't look too flat, which would have made it look more fake. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this really cheap face painting kit that I got online, and I'm just going to mix the black and the red and basically just sponge them over the top of the cotton wool and on my head as well, where I didn't put any cotton wool. And then I'm just going to go in with this Woundfiller, which I got online ages ago. I'll link everything down in the description box below, but this definitely made it look a lot more real. This is a very sort of dark fake blood, so it definitely looks very sort of realistic. And as you can see, I basically just caked that on with my finger, because it was just a little bit quicker for me to do it with my finger in the end. So I'm just obviously putting that on very messily and sort of chunky, because that's how realistically it would look. And I also just smoothed that a little bit into my hairline and put a little bit on my ear and down my neck as well. And now I'm going in with this Snazaroo fake blood. This was really cheap, and I'm just using the end of a makeup brush to basically just drip that, again very sort of messily, all over the skin, and making sure I've got a few little drips going down my head as well. I did end up putting quite a lot of this fake blood on because I really wanted it to look like quite a fresh rip, and I also felt like it gave it quite a nice sort of shine and wet look as well. And now I'm just going in with a little bit of blood gel just to put on my neck, because this is quite a dark colour, so it looked really natural. And that is pretty much the finished look, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you ended up recreating it. It's actually easier than it looks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.